Hey, Jeremiah, Steps Pressure Washing and More. We're out here in Raleigh, North Carolina today. We're going to be doing a quick house wash on this one right here. It's not super big, but it definitely is dirty. I'm going to turn you around here. We've got a nice green side right here. And that's going to come out really easy. And we use the 1% sodium hypochlorite mix. And that's just going to melt right off. They're also going to be a beautiful day out here in the country, right off a main road. And, well, country, you know, it's not really country, but got a sizable ant bed right here. I'm going to be steering clear of that as much as I can. We're going to hit all these railings here. Definitely a little bit of damage up here on the soffits above the porch. But again, we're going to hit that low pressure. See what we can get done. They were talking about maybe a storm later today, so I'm going to be cranking through trying to get this done as soon as I can. A lot of stuff still left on the front porch, a lot of stuff still left on the back porch. Got a little bit of green back here. They did pull the chairs away. Customer did inquire about getting a price on this deck, and I think the price on this deck is going to be, the deck really is just not gonna, it's not worth cleaning, and the price I'm going to give him to clean it is going to be, I think, more than it's worth. So I'll just let him know that. Let him know that it's not really going to be an option for us today. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started and run these hoses. You guys hang tight. Alright, so we're here on the north side now. Just got soap running. And per the advice of Christopher Dodson, one of our subscribers, I've tightened this fan up over the past few weeks, and I stand back a little bit and I move myself much less, which I think works pretty darn good. Instead of having a wide open fan that's 4 or 5 feet tall, I can just kind of stand back, and what I'm finding on that is I actually don't have to even adjust my nozzle very much. A lot of times I can reach, like this one here, this is not a very tall one-story house, and I should be able to reach the peak. We got a little wind today. I might not be able to. I might have to do the needle, but I should be able to hit the peak with this if there wasn't so much wind. And this place has been, I'd say, probably over 5 years since it was last washed. Just looking at the soffits and the trim alone are very, very, very dirty. So we're going to be doing a lot of dwell time today. Speaking of dwell time, I'm going to do a little area right here on this while I finish soaping this side. I'm just going to hit this area right here, and over the next few minutes we're going to see how that turns. Because over here I'm already noticing a difference almost instantly. So just do a little fun experiment. See how fast this changes. Looks like we might actually get a little sunshine today. kind of looks like they attempted to wash this themselves. There's one clean spot right here under the window, and the rest of this side is dirty. So I'm assuming they probably either got a scrub brush with some bleach and decided it was going to take too long, or maybe they have a homeowner grade pressure washer and tried to do it with high pressure. I'm not exactly sure. Wasn't here, but just telling you what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing is a clean spot on the dirty side. Alright, here we are, and there's that spot that I sprayed earlier. You can see pretty much instant transformation there. Again, we're running a 1% mix. That is more than enough to kill algae. I've heard people say if you're getting an instant reaction, your mix is too strong. I agree. But I kind of do a one mix for all before I leave the house so that I'm not out in someone's driveway mixing chemicals. And if you follow my channel, you'll know that I was not able to tackle some spider webs with a 0.8 mix in an efficient manner that I would have liked, so we came back up to the 1%. Just as a one mix cleans all for siding. Now that does not go for things like stucco, and I don't do wood shake siding. I'm sure that my machine and my technique would probably work, but I just don't do it as a preference. Alrighty, so I have been running around kind of like a crazy person for a little bit. I lost most of my water pressure, and you know, this is kind of out in the country. We're not in a subdivision. It's not on city water. I said, oh man, here we go. So I've been running around like a crazy man trying to get this thing washed as fast as possible. I keep checking my stream, making sure that I'm rinsing cold, not overheating that pump. I definitely need to get a buffer tank, but I just made my way back here around to the back of the house, and I noticed that my intake line was kinked. I came back and I disconnected the water, made sure that it was running at a decent flow, and it was. And I was very just dumbfounded. What could have happened? And yep, that was it. I unkinked my line, and when you know it, I have proper water flow now. So, not as much of a dramatic hurry to get this done today, but got me thinking about buffer tanks for the past half hour. And if any of you guys have a gravity-fed buffer tank, I would love to see some pictures. As with my current setup, I'm a little bit just, I don't know, concerned, confused, unsure, all of the above on how to run it gravity fed. But I'm thinking buffer tank will be in my near future. I think it got bumped up on the CapEx list a few spots today. Even though it wasn't an issue with water pressure, it was an issue with my line getting kinked, but still, it's an issue I run into. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. Love to see some pictures of what you guys have done. Alright, I'm gonna rinse this thing and we'll be out of here. Alrighty, we are all done here on job number 1. Got all of these railings here on the front porch. Not great. The trim up there was absolutely filthy and disgusting. Now it is bright white. And of course, here's that north side. It is almost dry. Still seeing a little bit of wet spots, but overall, I'm pretty darn happy with it. Especially the last half when I had the correct amount of water pressure going, so. Alright. Love it, love it. I'm going to stop and get some lunch. My wife does pack me a lunch every day while I'm out because I'm the luckiest man in the world, honestly. So I'm going to stop somewhere. I'm going to eat that lunch, head over to our next job, and we're going to get that done too. See you in a few. Alrighty, so we were out here on project number 2 today. I've already gone ahead and taped up all the door locks and just done a once around. We were actually here just a few weeks ago, so I know this house is not very bad. And we did the gutters out here all the way around and got them all cleaned up. So this one's pretty simple, straightforward. Got a couple of high spots, but the storm that we were supposed to get today is seemingly not coming. So I went ahead and put my sunscreen on. And we're also going to be doing this deck in here. It's all going to be soft wash though. So I've gone ahead and pulled my hoses. I know my plan of action. I'm going to go to the farthest side of the house, come around the back, come around the side here, wash the front, and everything should be ready to roll right back onto the trailer. And I'm trying to do that as much as possible just to cut back on time, double work, crossing over my hoses, and just to make it easier on myself and hopefully get home at a decent time today. Alright, hang tight. I'm going to get this thing started up. I do just want to make a note. I did add a half-inch piece of PVC pipe to my drop stick so that I'm able to keep that in the container while I am washing, because that was getting very annoying. And yeah, this works. I love it. Alright, so today we are working with just a plain and simple hardy board siding house. I'm not quite reaching all the way around, so I'm going to have to get a little distance on this. Yeah, that'll work. But just a plain old hardy board house. We hit this the same way we hit vinyl, all low pressure. Again, never hit hardy board with high pressure. You could ruin the seal and start the efflorescence process. I have tried to do an efflorescence removal for someone who had the $99 any size house come out and do a little damage. The efflorescence removal I did not work, and so I highly recommend soft wash only, or downstream, or whatever you call it. I know some folks say this isn't soft wash because I run it through a pressure washer, what have you. It's low pressure. That's what we're aiming for. Low pressure and happy customers. No damage. And this house, the customer that we got off of one of our red and white yard signs, I did stop advertising back in April, so I've stopped putting out any yard signs whatsoever, but this client called me. We came out a few weeks ago and did the gutters, and while I was here we talked about doing the house wash, so now I'm back. and hopefully they're going to be very happy with this. They seem to maintain it very well, so it would be a good idea for them to be my priority today. I'm going to take my time because I really want to come back and keep up on their gutters, keep up on their house washing. I will put a UZ marketing link in the description below. It's our affiliate link with them. We always recommend them. I have a box of 50 signs sitting in my garage right now, so as soon as I hit booked out for 2 weeks, I'll go back out, do another round of yard signs, see if we can get it back up to 3 to 4 weeks like we are right now. Right now we are 4 weeks booked out, so we are not actively looking for new clients, but we do have yard signs still kind of out all over town, so we're still getting phone calls, and that is still keeping us busy even though we're not actively trying for it. So highly, highly, highly recommend yard signs. And again, I'm going to put that affiliate link down below because UZ Marketing is what we use, and our main form of advertising is yard signs. So highly recommend getting you some. Alright, so we are soaping on the third side. I believe this is the west side. I don't know. I haven't set up my compass just yet. And I'm hitting the peak no problem. A nice wide fan on this M5. This is a one-story house. Nothing too fancy. Got a couple dormers out front. Did a soft wash on their deck today. Pretty much just an algae treatment and rinsed off the pollen. Nothing too difficult. We charged accordingly for the ease of the job. We did not charge them a full deck cleaning because we didn't have to sit with high pressure. And if they make it easy on us, we'll make it easy on them. Not even having to go to the needle on this. Just coming on through. Putting the solution on. Again, we're at 1% today. Alright, let's let that hang out. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for me. Just wrapped up on the last job of the day. It went really easy. I got them already signed up for gutter cleaning in the fall. They wanted to be an annual customer, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing any sort of annual deals anymore. I've got a few customers where I've cut them a little slack, cut them a little deal, and now that we're thinking about raising prices again, it just doesn't make sense to add a deal. So if they're willing to pay full price a couple times a year, we're going to do that, and we'll go from there. But hey, I'm going to go home. It's a little bit before 3, so I'm actually really excited with how today turned out. No issues, just a little bit of washing, and I think that's going to be it for me. You guys be safe out there.